is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. Hanson Nick Hanlon coming to you from a basement at Oak Avenue in the Dirty Glass Studio. We're going to also drink and laugh and learn. We're doing a dual Dirty Glass Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Go to each one, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Boom! As some of you don't know, Dirty Glass Podcast, we drink drinks and rate them between 0 to 5 dirty glasses. I got some birthday booze for my birthday. I want to talk a little bit about the state of wrestling and what's going on right now and what's going to happen moving forward, maybe, I don't know. But I figured I'd combine them. Get two birds stoned at once, as they say on Trailer Park Boys. So why don't you crack a beer? Maybe pop yourself a Zin. I got some Espressino 9 megs. And let's go. Let's talk. Like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk and the Dirty Glass Podcast. So even before we get into the wrestling talk, because I just asked AI, what's the feud? I mean, I could just write it down, or I just ask AI. Now, AI is saying right now, Braun Breaker, The Vision, and Seth Rollins and The Vision are still. I don't know if Seth Rollins is still involved in a feud with The Vision. I guess maybe after this whole Roman Reigns thing, he'll be back fighting them again. But I don't know. Anyway, so I mean, Seth Rollins. I mean, I'm going to talk about Monday Night Raw first. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's taking an extended break here after this little beatdown by Mr. Roman Reigns and the Shield, storyline ends or whatever. I mean, he was in the Vision fighting them a little while ago, so I mean, that might come back around. But I know Seth has a bit of a broken body, so I don't know. I think he's going to be kind of a part-time guy for now on. And, cheers to Seth. The first drink we're trying, by the way, is Hennessy. Very special cognac. One of the Dirty Glasses favorites. And this is a special Carnival edition. Hennessy Carnival, by the way. This is a 40% alcohol. And I will rate that between 0 and 5 dirty glasses, 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. Like and subscribe. So yeah, hopefully Seth Rollins. But I think the real feud with the Vision is obviously Obafemi. I know it's Braun Breaker and Obafemi. And I really love how Paul Heyman's kind of poking at Braun to get going. And I think everybody thought Braun would be the champion by now, and I just think he gets injured so easily, and it just sets him back. I mean, I think he'll get there one day, but we'll see what happens with this Obafemi. I mean, he just goes so hard, and sometimes going hard breaks you. I don't know what he can do to not break himself. If he's going to go less hard, people will like him less. So I don't know the solution, but I hope I like Braun Breaker. He's power. And then you got Austin Theory and Logan Paul with Maxine Dupree. Obviously, they're in a fight with the Alpha Academy, Tozawa, and the big guy, I forget his name right now. Oh, that's good Hennessy right there. Otis, obviously. So, they're fighting to get even because Maxine screwed them over. So they want to fight Austin Theory. So we got kind of a Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Braun Breaker against Obafemi, and then also against Alpha Academy separately. I know Logan Paul ain't wrestling. He adds a lot just being there. Such an animated guy. So I mean, I think Logan Paul is definitely a world champion one day, without a doubt. I think he's got incredible charisma. He's great on the mic. He gets better at wrestling. He's already really good. We're going to see a lot more Logan Paul. Austin Theory, I don't know. With Maxine Dupree, it's kind of working. He just has really no charisma. But him and with Maxine Dupree has a visual that kind of works. I mean, they're both very pretty, little white people that are just cut. And they're just kind of sucking at each other's faces. It's working. It reminds me of the movie Obsession a little bit, but they both got the wish, I don't know. Anyway, so, Austin Theory, lucky to be joining. Is Paul Heyman? I know Paul Heyman's been kind of poking at Braun, giving him kind of, a lot of just kind of reading between. You have to read between the lines with Paul. He's being very obtuse with Braun, and Braun is so obsessed with Obafemi, asking Paul Heyman if he thinks Obafemi's the future. Paul Heyman goes, "I think you think Obafemi's the future." So we got some interesting things coming up. Braun Breaker and Obafemi. And by the way, this Hennessy is like a 4.47. Thank you, Sean. Sean Bucher King Can, friend of the Dirty Glass podcast and Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, where you come to hear what wrestling should be talked about, and you drink, you laugh, you learn. Thank you, Mr. Sean, for this lovely Hennessy. Oh, tastes like candy. I mean, yeah. I mean, Heineken it's the best beer in the world. It's my favorite. I mean, it's always this or Guinness, but Heineken, I never get sick of. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And yeah, they come up, the whole Vision Alpha Academy. I kind of talked about that. I want to see Otis turn into a monster. I think he should stick with Tozawa or screw him over or something. Otis should be an unstoppable monster that just barrels people down. I wish they would do something with him. I'm happy if he's happy, whatever, but I think they could do so much more with Otis. Maxine, she's in the right place. This is a great spot for her. Her fighting Becky Lynch and stuff for the Intercontinental Championship didn't make a lot of sense to me. But anyway. And we got Dominic Mysterio and the Judgment Day. I mean, Liv Morgan's amazing. She's doing such a great heel job, just not defending the title, being a Liv Morgan. Dominic Mysterio is a genius at it. Raquel Rodriguez, I love that she's the Intercontinental Champion right now. She is destined for a title run. And Roxanne Perez, again, just gets better and better and plays a role perfectly. I think they're one of the best factions in a long time in wrestling. Where the vision has completely failed, Judgment Day has succeeded. And I mean, I know they've rotated. I mean, this is the evolution. This is a smart thing to do. Keep it fresh, new people coming in and out. They're a heel faction, so there's always trust issues, and they always play on that. I hope Liv Morgan's the champ till WrestleMania. I hope Rodriguez is as well. I mean, how wrestling works, all the heels will probably lose the titles there, so whatever. But it will be a nice Cassandro, whatever ending, whatever. It'd be a really great situation. I mean, and Dominic Mysterio has 30, 40 years left as a singles competitor, multiple championships, great on the mic. He got raised by a deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio, and now look at him. He got this far after going to jail. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Dominic Mysterio has a long, long, long future. And if you don't like him, then I guess you got to stop watching wrestling because he's going to be, he's a star in AAA. He's a star in WWE. He's a star. The next one I'm going to drink is probably my favorite straight liquor of all time. I had a Scotch too. I forgot it. I got to go get it. Jameson, 1780 established. This is my Heineken of straight liquors. I can drink this anytime. Never get sick of it. Love it. I mean, I'll take a sip and rate it here. Get it in my little glass, and we'll get that rated in one moment here. The Dirty Glass Podcast. Drink, laugh, learn. We got a lot of people involved. Liv Morgan. It has Io Sky. We got Lyra Valkyria. We got Becky Lynch. We got Sol Ruka, all kind of going after each other to get to Liv, trying to climb over each other. Lyra and Becky right now are kind of in the lead, with Sol kind of in and out. Io Sky just had the belt, so I like. Are we going to get a huge women's title match with all these people? I mean, I guess we just did, but it would be very interesting to see all these folks. And I mean, Becky coming back as it just shows how much people love her. She can be a heel, they follow that. She can be a face, they follow that. It don't matter. She's just a tough women's wrestler, one of the best in the world. Io Sky, in my opinion, is the best in the world. Liv Morgan's one of the best heels we've ever seen, up there with like a Charlotte Flair as a heel for a women's wrestler. And Sol Ruka, man, she can go. She is stacked. And that Soul Snatcher is such a fun move to watch. And she's such a fun wrestler to watch. Again, she's kind of Javon Evans. Like, I get worried about her. I hope she doesn't get injured with her high flying type stuff. But anyway, let's move on. We got Penta, the Intercontinental Champion. Obviously Rey Mysterio, Javon Evans, Rusev, Ethan Page. All those guys are kind of vying for that stuff. Ethan Page has got he's going to have a great run coming up. Rusev, I just love to see how he's brutal again. So keep being brutal, Rusev. Javon Evans is really coming to his own. At first, his moves are amazing, but I don't know if he was that comfortable doing character or whatever. I just think he's getting now. He's getting his own identity. It takes a minute. He's a young guy. He's a talent. He is a once in a generation talent. He is an incredible wrestler. And we do have everybody talks about the aging, but we got a lot of young guys coming up. And he's a great example of a guy that's going to be able to carry this forward. And then obviously like Rey Mysterio, he's Rey Mysterio. He's 52 and he can do more than most 22-year-olds. The guy is an anomaly, so we just see how this all works. I know Penta and Rey Mysterio are fighting for the Intercontinental Champion, I think, at a AAA event. That would be great. I believe Roman Reigns is going to fight Penta as well, maybe, I've heard recently. So that would be interesting. Yeah. Did I already go into the champion? Who's the champion? Oh, yeah. Roman Reigns is obviously the champion, and, he just got through fighting Seth Rollins, which was nuts. And Roman Reigns will be the champion until WrestleMania for sure. I think, like, why take it off him? People love to see it on him. We're not going to lose. He's not losing that belt anytime soon, and he hasn't lost a step. I argue his matches are getting better. That Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match at SummerSlam was a banger, a 45-minute banger. And a lot of people say Roman can't. It's just like Brock Lesnar. Everybody's saying Brock couldn't sell or what. In my opinion, man, Brock can sell when he needs to sell, and when he doesn't need to sell, he doesn't sell. It's the same as the Undertaker. They don't. They just that's what they do. And I just think Roman Reigns he's Mount Rushmore at this point. You can't deny it. It's undeniable. If we're talking of all time, Roman is in the argument for sure. Having that title for that long, being this relevant, being that it's so much pressure. Plus he's got this leukemia stuff. He's got a lot going against him. I think he's a hell of a wrestler. I don't know. So and Seth Rollins is too. So seeing those guys fight each other was really fun. So I don't know if I'm missing anybody on Raw, but that's kind of the main stuff going on Raw. So I'm going to go get my Scotch, and then I'll try the Jameson and score it. So let's pause here. All right, welcome back. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, where you come to hear wrestling should be talked about. Like and subscribe. Dirty Glass Podcast, go there. Like and subscribe. We got a dual episode, scoring some drinks. I'm going to get into SmackDown halfway through here, so I'm going to try the Jameson. And like I said earlier, thank you to Zapporo Wagshaw and Chelsea family giving me some Jameson. I got a couple bottles. If everybody gave me Jameson, I'd be happy. So, it's a 4.9. It's a miracle. It's at a 5, folks. 4.9. That's miracle liquor. On a certain day, it might be a 5. I don't know. 4.95. It's incredible. Jameson is so smooth. It's not too sweet, but got a hint. Very little burn. Just for a bottle under $40, you're not going to get better, in my opinion. Jameson's the best liquor on the market. Thank you, Zippy. Thank you, Chelsea. Cheers to you for my birthday present. Oh, boom. And a chase down with some Heineken. Hello, yummy. I just scared my poor dogs. All right. Time for a Zin. Anybody need to do a Zin flip? Got an Espressino here. Zin flip. 9 megs. Low for some, high for some. I don't know. All I know is I can breathe now, so I like it. Friday night SmackDown. SmackDown stacked. We got, you know, we got Punk, we got Owens, we got Cody Rhodes, we got Randy Orton. They're throwing the stars at SmackDown. They're trying to bring up the ratings on SmackDown. And I said this before, you put Punk on there, you got my eyes. So, I mean, it's he has definitely improved, and he is the world heavyweight champion right now of SmackDown, or undisputed champion, whatever. I know they call them different things. We got Roman, we got Punk, both champions. And I mean, those guys, I mean, Roman took it from Punk, and then Punk was available like he likes to be, and got it back. But anyway, so the feud going on right now for the belt is Punk and Kevin Owens. And holy shit, these guys are money. I didn't realize they never fought in WWE before. They obviously have a feud from the Independents, from ROH, and all this stuff. I think Punk called him like a fat slob and told him he should dress better or something. And then, obviously Owens regrets not punching him in the face, like he mentioned. And then Punk again calls him a fat slob during their promo on SmackDown. They were cheering Punk at the beginning, and then they were cheering Kevin Owens at the end. This might be the heel turn with CM Punk, or at least for this feud, because right now Punk's looking like a little bit of a bully and a dick, and Kevin Owens is definitely looking like he's right. I think Punk probably knows that, but he's playing into it. I don't know if these guys get along in real life. I know they didn't like each other for a long time. I know Kevin Owens definitely didn't like Punk. Everybody says Punk's changed. Kevin Owens says everybody he knows in wrestling hates him, and he hasn't changed, and the only reason he's changed is because of all the bridges he's burned. He has no choice. Either way, I'm excited for this match. It's coming on SmackDown in Toronto next week, or this week. I'll be watching. Even if I maybe get tickets, maybe I'll go. I don't know. But that's going to be a hell of a match. And seeing KO fight Owens show up at SummerSlam in that four-way match, and having Gunter show up, versus Sami Zayn. And who else was in that match? Oh my God, I've been drinking. Let's have a little more Jameson just to clear my mind. But that was a hell of a swerve that I did not see coming, with Gunter obviously fighting Mr. Aldis the night before. Just a little touch more Jameson would probably help my memory. But anyway, CM Punk versus Kevin Owens. I just don't think there's going to be that many title changes until WrestleMania. I don't see Kevin Owens winning, but I see this being one hell of a fight, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. So we got Cody Rhodes kind of, and Sami Zayn and Randy Orton all involved in a little bit of a feud. Randy Orton being the king of the sneak attacks. Ugh, so good. Sami Zayn getting caught talking shit about Cody backstage still all the time, and Sami's doesn't seem to care, and Cody's doesn't like Sami anymore. Those two put on a hell of a match as well, in recent memory. But Sami is supposed to fight Cody on SmackDown. If he wins, he gets the number one contender shot. And Randy Orton attacked Cody from behind, and they had a massive, massive, massive brawl, with Cody coming out on top at the end, actually. It didn't look like it, but hey, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, great little feud. I'd argue Cody Rhodes' shtick's getting a little thin. His matches are still incredible. He's still great on the mic, but I don't know. This Randy Orton thing might bring something out in him, and I'm excited to see what this brings out in him. And Sami Zayn is just the last good guy, really. I mean, his rhetoric right now is amazing. This character is perfect for him, and he's been playing it for a long time before people started booing him. He just upped a little bit of the selfishness, like 10%, because he was always being selfish. But really kind of just the way they played it and subtly made him kind of turn the other way was a stroke of genius, in my opinion. Just wonderful storytelling. And then Cody Rhodes, obviously, Randy Orton now got the voices in his head. He can hear them clear as a bell, as he says. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Are we going to see a triple threat match for a number one contender, I assume, now? Obviously, Cody's going to have several more straps in his time But I think we need to see him fighting a little bit for not straps and more for personal stuff. I think this is a good move. Um, he's still in the talk of the title, but he's fighting. He's got some side quests, let's say, and Randy Orton, he just plays a part now. Will they give him that 15? I think so, eventually. I mean, they should. Maybe he'll get it at WrestleMania or something. I don't know. Um, but he really should get at least the 15. I don't know if he'll hit 16, but that'd be interesting. Make him tied with Flair, make him tied with Cena. He's a better wrestler than Cena, in my opinion. I mean, Cena obviously brought more money to the business. So I just won $1 million. They're just saying, give me your social security. Okay, I'll do that right now. You stupid scamming bastards. Um, so yeah, I mean, Sammy, Cody, Randy, great feud. And obviously, we got the tag team champions, MFTs, with the return of Haku, which I love. I've always been a Haku fan. I loved it even when he was tag team with Andre. I heard he was in WCW for an extra 3 years because they were afraid to fire him. I mean, this guy is he's a fighter. We got those guys. They're kind of feuding with the War Raiders. They're also feuding with Damian Priest and R-Truth. Shinsuke Nakamura's in there with fighting Tala. And I know Shinsuke's going after the MFTs because of what Tala did to him. Tala Tonga, right? Not Tom. No, Tama Tonga. Sorry, Tala is the tall one. Tala. Yeah. And the MFTs just won tag team champions. They beat R-Truth and Damian Priest recently on SmackDown. Good match too. Poor old R-Truth, but he had that title probably longer than he's had any title. So can't really complain too much. But seeing Haku back in the picture is awesome. And I think that's going to be great because Talon definitely needs a protege, and Haku can help him maybe with a little bit of storytelling. I notice he's roaring. He always does the roar thing the big guys do when they don't really know what to do. He's doing less of that. Damian Priest and R-Truth, no idea what's going to happen with them now. Are they going to split up? Is Damian going to go after a single? I don't know. It was an interesting little pairing. It worked. But it definitely ran its course, so they definitely got that taken care of in great timing. Baron Corbin, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, all kind of trying to get that title with Little Yachty in the sideline behind Trick. Trick Williams is the future. I mean, he's going to have money in the bank, I think, this year, for sure. He'd be perfect, have a furry suitcase and carry it for a really long time. Carmelo Hayes needs more respect. He needs to keep doing what you're doing, Carm. Keep doing what you're doing, Carmelo. Your performances are amazing. They need to switch him to heel, in my opinion, but his mic skills, he's sticking in there. And, he was a top dog in NXT. And he's showing some good patience. He's doing what he needs to do. Sometimes you got to swim through a mile. You got to swim through a mile of shit before you can see sunshine, as the Shawshank Redemption would say. So, I mean, I don't know. Baron Corbin, I mean, I've already seen him do some kind of blotches. I don't know why they brought him back, and I don't know why they're making such a big deal about him, and why they gave him the title so quickly, in my opinion, was a mistake. Oh, I almost threw up. All right, I'm good. But yeah, Baron Corbin, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. I mean, Tricky Willie is incredible. He's a great wrestler. Carm's incredible. Baron, he's hit and miss. He's had some good matches, but he's very hit and miss. So we'll see. I'm just, out of all the people he can bring back, why Baron? And when he came back, I mean, did anybody care? I don't know. Did anybody care? I don't know. JC Jane, Fatal Influence. Have we even talked about women? Chelsea Green. Yeah, okay. Let's get a list of women's wrestlers here. I mean, we got a couple, we got obviously JC Jane, Fatal Influence, and Tiffy Stratton are feuding with JC Jane just taking the gold from Tiffy, and recently the tag team, the other two, was it Jason Fallon, Henley, and Jay-Z Next. They got the tag team titles from Paige and Bella. So, I think there's big things for Paige. Fatal Influence is, all gold. 3 women have gold right now. and they are something. They are a presence. These guys. I mean, they might have injured Chelsea. I mean, everybody. People don't. I mean, these people don't do house shows anymore as much, right? They're not as shined up as they normally are back in the day, and I don't. It's a good thing and a bad thing because I mean, the idea is they get injured less if they're doing less house shows, but they're getting injured more because they're doing less house shows because they're less warmed up. So I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but um, we're going to see a lot more Fatal Influence. That's for damn sure. And with Paige and the Bellas, and I know one of the other Bellas is injured now. Just get the Bellas out of there, or have them as the head of a faction, and have them wrestle just once in a while. I think would be great for them. Having them as a mainstay wrestling right away, it's been a failure. It's been a failure kind of almost every step of the way. It says there's a feud with Chelsea Green and Gunter. I guess I just, from last SmackDown, Chelsea, they're going to make her relinquish the title. She gave an impassioned speech, which I loved. And Nick Aldis lets her, he says, okay, we'll give you 30 days. If you can wrestle, you can keep the title. So she's keeping the title. It was a great segment. And then Gunter comes down and interrupts, which turns into a Matt Cardona versus Gunter match. And Matt Cardona, again, loses against Gunter. But, I mean, how many times are they going to bury Matt Cardona? Same as like Joe Hendry. Did they just bring him in to bury him? I don't know. But I guess he's paying his dues, putting people over. We'll see how that goes. Obviously Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I mean, I don't know if they're still going to stay tag teams, but they got that new girl with them. So that's going to be interesting. And she's very stalkery, I find. Who's new girl with Flair? Let's see if they give it to us here. Tatum Paxley, that's right. So she's playing a great little weird, stocky character where she made a collage of Charlotte Flair, and that was their locker room. They all three of them ended up in there, and there was lots of visuals in my mind after that because, oh my God. Anyway, so I believe there'll be definitely some sort of heel turn on one of their parts. I think Charlotte, which makes the most sense. Let's see, who else am I missing here for the women's, because it didn't really give me many. SmackDown by show. So let's get a little list here. While I'm waiting for that, Kayfabe Wrestling Talk and Dirty Glass Podcast, and we're going to try some Glenfiddich from my brother and Teresa, Denny, the mixologist, Teresa, our producer. We got Glenfiddich 14-year, a little bit of Scotch. So I got some Irish whiskey, I got some cognac, and I got some Scotch. Yeah, so I mean, on the women's side, I talked about Becky Gray, Lyra Valkyria, Bailey. People are saying her contract's up. Some people aren't. I'm not sure what's going on there. Asuka, is she retired? I mean, I'm not even sure what she's doing. Ivy Nile, I don't know. I don't see her ever. Natalia, sorry. Naomi is out still because she's got the kid. AJ Lee, I believe, should be coming back at a pay-per-view soon. And Brie Bella. And who we got? Charlotte Flair, Tatum Paxton, Alexa. Jade Cargill, obviously trying to get that title back, and they'll probably eventually put it back on her. But with Miss Green being out right now, nobody's going for that title, so she's just fighting who she can fight to get a number one contendership, right? So that's just the way that goes. And Nia Jax, she's kind of inserted herself. She wants a strap. Right, and Lash Legend being on her side. Julia's with Cargill, and we got Bella, Paige, Blake Monroe. I haven't seen much of her. Jordan Grace, is she even on the card anymore? I mean, so there's lots of folks that we haven't seen much lately. Danhausen. I think they're giving him a little bit of a break. He got a little big and a little too much, I think. So you're seeing a little less of Danhausen. Just pop-ins and pops outs. Very smart. You got to make him a feature player. So I'm hopeful. The summer's kind of the lull. We get SummerSlam, then it's just like whatever, right? But like September, October, we kind of start getting back into the hunt for WrestleMania. Obviously, the Royal Rumble's the big one, but I think we got some good stuff coming up. I mean, with Kevin Owens going against Cody in Toronto, that's going to be incredible. It's just going to be incredible. And CM Punk and KO, or what did I say? Kevin Owens and Cody. No, not Kevin Owens. See, the liquor. The liquor's getting to me. That's why I don't usually combine these things. CM Punk and Randy and Sammy, something's going to happen there. I think all three of them are going to have a fight. And we've got CM Punk, who's going to be fighting KO in Toronto. That's going to be a slobber knocker. All right, let's get to the last drink here. Glenfiddich, 14-year. Thank you, Denny the mixologist and Teresa the producer. That's good Scotch right there. That's a 4.5. That's excellent. Out of 5, everybody. That's excellent Scotch. Glenfiddich, 14-year. This ain't cheap stuff. 1 bourbon barrel reserve, single malt Scotch. I don't know what year it's been around since, but a long time. Cool bottle. You know it's expensive when it comes in one of these little bad boys, right? With a little lid and nice to put on your shelf. And it's got a cork. The only thing that doesn't have a cork is the Jameson. And the Jameson, if we're going to call a winner today for the Dirty Glass podcast sign, well, Jameson wins. Winner! Jameson proclaimed. And the feud I'm most excited about right now is KO and Punk. So for them, winner proclaimed, whatever. Make sure you like and subscribe. We got Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. We got the Dirty Glass podcast. Like and subscribe, folks. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about, and this is where you hear drinks getting reviewed. So make sure you let me know what you think. Like the stuff, share it, put it on when you're not home. Practice up. So if you're not home, you're petting. Anyway, pop yourself in, get yourself a hiney, and let's go! Yeah. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, Dirty Glass podcast. Let's go. Boom.